Welcome in to Two Country Home. So, have you ever wanted to build a durable yet lightweight garden bed? If so, we have one here. You know, it's durable because it has metal sides, lightweight because this is the only wood in it, so very lightweight compared to a full wood bed to have to carry into place. And also, it's not weatherproof, but weather resistant. This is the wood has been done with a flame technique called Shoshugiban. So it's going to protect it from the elements. Also keeps it resistant from some types of bugs. They don't like the taste of the charred wood. So that helps out in the garden. And it's also generally pleasing to the eye because it looks like you stained the wood. But you didn't. You can come by and put on boiled linseed oil if you want to, a natural protectant if you'd like to. But you might want to just stick around with us as we show you how we built this. This is 30 inches by 10 foot long by 20 inches high, so it gives you enough room to grow whatever you want to grow in it. Deeper rooted crops like carrots will be fine. Tomatoes that go down deeper, potatoes would be great. But if you ever wanted to build something like this, stick around and watch how we put it together. Now that we have our materials prepped, we have our frame materials here, Shoshugiban, which is this process of burning the wood, charring it, and then we brushed it off and washed it off. And this helps keep the moisture from getting into the pores of the wood and rotting it. Also, insects don't seem to like the charred taste of the wood, so that helps. So once you have it to this point, then it's just a matter of putting it assembly. So we've already started I've got that corner attached, and I'm just using basically a exterior screw, deck screw. These are 3-inch. You can pick them up in any big box store. So you just go ahead and get your frame pieces in. I'll go ahead and put this one in over here. Then we're going to use these as our cap rails. So basically they're just going to come over here, over the top, and just kind of want to get it lined up on the end and on the side. And go ahead and just send those screws in. I put one screw here to catch this piece. I put one screw offset to catch this piece. Just try to lock them in a little bit. And then we'll just go ahead and check it quick for square. I think we should be fine. Yeah, we're not too bad there. Not building a watch, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So then you'll go ahead and take your other piece, get it set up on top. Now I have this here, which is going to be the cap piece that goes in the center here. So you just want to make sure you can get your piece in there. So you just go ahead and drop that in. Make sure you have enough room. They were cut right, if they're cut right, which it looks like they are. It should, yeah, flushes up on the outside there nicely. So that'll be fine. We'll go ahead and put this one down in. There again, as you notice, I'll put one into this piece and one into the other piece. It just helps to tie them together a little bit better. And I've already pre-put our screws in here. So I'm going to go ahead and I guess go with 5 down here. They're spaced every 2.5 foot, which is more than enough for the frame. So you can see this, either this board or this board's bowing out. So you just need to move your board over like that until you get it to flush up right here. And then you'll send the screw down in. And then you move it back, make sure you're still flush, which we are, and send the screw in. Now, just need to move it over a little bit, like that. Kind of make sure you're lined up. Send this one down in. Looks like that needs to pull out just a little bit. And then here again, one in here, connecting this piece, one on this side right here. So now, there again, your other cat piece to be able to line you up on the outside. Make sure it's going to drop in. Should drop in fairly nice. Should be right there, fairly well flush to the outside. And you'll go ahead again and just send those in. Few more screws. While I'm down here, I'll just go ahead and attach our end piece. There again, get it flushed up. I'll probably put just 2 in here. It's going to be more than enough. This is just a cap here. Here our frame has a bit of a bow, but that shouldn't be a problem. We'll go ahead and get that drawn out of it right now. Had a bit of a knot in it, but got through it just fine. I'll come around and catch the other end. Dropping our piece in, we can look, there's not really a better side for aesthetics. There again, it's just a matter of dropping in. You could put one in the middle if you see fit. I really don't. That's just a cap. So there's the basic frame assembled. So what you have at this point, as you can see, kind of looks like a picture frame, but what I'm going to do now is go ahead and turn the bed over and continue to work on it from upside down. Now that we have that, I had pre-cut most of our galvanized plates. I've also, while they were all sitting together, as you can see here, I've come through and drilled holes while they were all together to use for attaching our panels. What we're basically going to do, turn the panel the correct way, we're basically going to come in here with screws and put this metal around, and then that'll be the bottom or side walls of your bed. So we'll get prepped for that and be back in just a minute. So now we have our pieces. Of course, these are pre-cut. We went and pre-cut these at 20 inches. We got the most we could out of a 12-foot sheet of material. So what I like to do is on the corner of these, some people will put like a piece of corner material and bring two pieces in. I find I don't really need to do that. It doesn't seem to be strong. So what I like to do is there's a crease right here, and it doesn't really matter how you start. So I like to take that and just fold it. I use gloves for this. You just want to get right on that crease, basically. And you can see it's made a nice right angle. And then I take that and I set it right in here. And now you don't have to have any corner pieces. You have a rib right here for support on the corners. And here again, I'm going with another exterior deck screw, but this time it's 1 1/4 inch, a little bit smaller. You could go with nails in here. Galvanized nails would be fine, but I find I like to use the screws because when this bed is flipped over, if this wood ever rots, like well, it'll probably be good for 5 or 10 years. It's not in contact with the ground, but if it is, you could go ahead and screw this top off. This frame would stay, the metal, and you could go ahead and replace this if you wanted to. So that's why I use screws. So I just come in here, and usually I like to start right in the corner, and I find a place here. So this looks like my first corner. Like I say, I've got these holes pre-drilled, and that's all you got to do. It's just holding the metal against the wood. because these are coated, there won't be a problem going against the galvanized material. And just set your screws in all the way down. Really doesn't get much easier than that. Well, if you can get your screw in there, at least I say. Make sure you're straight, and that's it. So let me go ahead and I'll go ahead and get a few more of these in, and then we'll bring you back in when we're a little further along. So we've made it over here to another corner, putting our sheet panels on. So, you know, I just go ahead and take this, have a look at it, line it up. It seems to be a crease right here. So let's see if I can manage to do the same thing as we did on the other side. Go ahead and just build a slight crease in it. Do a little bit more on that one. Depending on where you catch it, sometimes it's a little harder or not to go ahead and get that set in. And then what I like to do is I like to take this one, slide it behind this other one, down in. And as you can see, you know, not perfect, but close enough for a garden bed. And it's lined up well over here, again on this line. So then it's just a matter of me taking a few more screws, and we'll go ahead and get this one attached here. Just a matter of putting your screws in. They go pretty quick. You got your pre-drilled holes like we discussed. Like I say, nails would be fine on this. A galvanized roofing nail, big-headed roofing nail would be really good, but like I say, in the future we'll be able to pull these screws out and possibly replace this wood, leaving the metal in place. That metal, even in contact with the soil, this is a 26 gauge galvanized metal. It's going to last 15 years plus. It looks like I'll need the drill right here, which won't be a problem, to get a little more support. And then we get this piece in right here, and then we'll keep on coming around on the next curve. So we'll come back in just a minute when we get a little bit more put together. So as you can see, we've made our way all the way around, and we've gotten to what appears to be the last corner, which can sometimes be difficult depending on how it falls, but it looks like it's falling right here, almost like I planned it on this rib right here in the corner. So there again, I'm just going to take my material. Out on that corner. I'm going to go ahead and slide it behind this one. Should slide down in the corner. This one will probably go over there. So yeah, slid down. So we're off just a little bit right here. So what I'll do is I'll go ahead and trim this piece off right here with a tin snip and let it run out behind this other one. So I'll bring you back in just a minute for that. So as you can see here, I went ahead and I removed, well, it was sitting here. There was a rib right on here that was going to be in our way from lining up, so I went ahead and cut that off. And then I go ahead and, like we said, put this piece behind this other one. Get it slid into the corner, and there you are. Finished over here. Now let me go ahead and get those screws in there. Get this last piece attached. Should about do it. So as you can see, we made it all the way around. So now hopefully I can do this by myself, but I'm gonna go ahead and pick this up, try to slide it over, flip it into the right position. Would be much easier with two people, but done with one. So as you can see, that's what you're going to, that's basically what you're going to end up with. You can come along, I don't usually. One thing you can do is you can come along here on each one of these seams where they overlap and put a pop rivet if you'd like to. We may do that, I'm not sure. Once I put this in position, it's going to go down into the bed, usually 2 or 3 inches, which kind of helps lock in the sides. It looks a little wobbly now, but it won't be once it's installed. But I'll bring you back once we get it in position for another video and show you how we're going to come up with a good way to fill this bed, because it's kind of deep, but we'll find a good way. So hopefully if you appreciate watching us put this bed together, you'll maybe like and subscribe to our channel. We'd appreciate it. We always appreciate y'all watching. We'll see you later from 2 Country Home.